Hi, I'm Bob Trump, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical
And
therapist.
together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Brad, we're going to talk about this device today, aren't we?
You better believe it.
We're going to show how to use it.
The Easy Way Smart Stand, and if you worked with these before, they used to be called Easy Stands, and I'm not sure if Easy Way bought them out. They turned them into Easy Way Smart Stands. But anyways, the Easy Way Smart Stand, and it's designed for transferring people that don't have the ability or the strength for whatever reason to transfer, to stand. You can also do walking with them. However, we're not going to cover that in this video.
And I see the weight limits are 400 pounds, 500 pounds, and 800 pounds. I'm reading that right off the board.
Exactly, Bob. And this one happens to be a 500 pounds. If you have these, you look right on the right-hand side, looking from the back side, it'll tell you right there how many pounds it's.
I'll barely make the cutoff here, Brad.
All right.
Should we get it started?
Yeah, should we just go over the device?
So did you say it's used for toileting, dressing, transfers, and ambulation?
Yes, I did say that.
For walking too? You can use it to
Yeah,
walk.
you can use it for
You
walking.
need a specific harness for that.
And you need some adaptations for it, which we're not going to go through.
We're not going to go through that today.
And walking with this, I think, should be left to a skilled therapist that's
Okay.
trained with it. So,
sounds good.
Yep. So here it is. It's a device. I've worked with these for a long time. I really like them compared to other manufacturers. It's just built well. The battery, it's battery powered, which is right here.
Oh.
Yeah. I believe they're 24 volt.
And that just plugs right into the
Yeah,
wall?
yeah. They have a portable device you put in a room and you just plug it in. It's plugged into 110 volt, that 10 volt source, and there it is.
Nice.
All you do is flip it in there and pop it in, and that's its energy source right there.
So you could be transferring me, I could be really sitting on the edge of a bed, too.
Right.
Or I'm in a wheelchair, or I could be in just have done taking a shower and be one of those shower chairs.
You bet.
Yeah.
Pretty much any chair you're going to be able to use this with. Someone or a bed.
I got to put my foot up on here, right?
Yeah, on the platform. Maybe we should take your feet off there once. The platform down here is easily removable, and if you're going to stand someone with it, you can take it off. Easy goes on and off. There's 3 different level straps.
Yeah, you see me?
Strap?
No, there you go. I thought you caught it.
No. There's 3 levels. I usually keep it on the bottom. That works pretty good. This device here pops off as well. It's adjustable up and down. Almost always need that on. Usually at one height it works pretty good. That's for the person's shin and knee for padding. There. So Bob, you're going to put your feet
It goes up and down, but it doesn't go back and forth.
No, it does not go back and forth. Okay.
My feet up here.
Oh, another thing. Take your feet off there again, Bob. Let's just go through some of these things more. Look, can you go down here at the bottom? In the back here, there's a lever, and you can see.
Oh, it widens it.
The legs go wider. That way you can get around the chair easier. When you store it.
Brad, I want to show the lever.
Yep. Just wait, Bob. I got this figured out. I've been working on this all night last night. So that's where you might stir it when you're going to use it. Go that way to make it wider, to get around the chair, and it's more stable. And here we go. Nice lever, well built, well thought out when they did this, I think. All right. Over here, we'll look at right here when we push it on. Look at that. Greetings. It even greets you. Battery. It's at F, so that means it's full. You can see how full the battery is. If it's way down here and you're going to lift someone, you better go get a full battery because you don't want to run out halfway through the lift. And what else do we have here? The control one here that makes it somewhat portable. You got buttons here you can use, or buttons here that you can use for up and down. So you got 3 different locations to raise and lower, which is nice. Here's the emergency stop. If you want to stop it, you hit it with a palm button, you rotate it, comes back up, and that's done there. This bag is where you can put the back strap that will go over. You can fold them up, put them in there, keep them out of the way. Here's the easy device or instruction manual, nicely laminated so it'll last. Okay.
All right, now
we're ready.
So you first widened it.
That's already done. Good.
And if I have trouble putting my leg up, somebody might have to lift it up, up onto there.
Very common to need a little assistance with that. There is a strap here that goes around the calf Can you help me, Bob?
Yeah.
This is not always necessary to use, but when in doubt, use it. There we go. Just assures that keeps your legs in there appropriately. All right. Okay. Now, it won't work unless you put the back strap on. So, amazingly, Bob, these are all rated for 1,000 pounds. So you never have to worry about anybody bigger than that, I don't think. If you do, yeah. All right.
So you just slide it behind me.
Behind the back, below the shoulder blade. Yeah, get on that camera over there, Nancy. And there's 2 loops. Depends on the size of the person. Oftentimes I take the inside one because you want the person a little closer usually. And on these little hooks, there's usually a safety device. This one does not have them. We'll get a close-up of that one. This one is functional. It has a nice... Can you zoom into that, Nancy? Right there.
Which, by the way, is very important because when we were practicing this last time, this actually came off.
All right, we'll demonstrate that again. So your device is on here. Sometimes they're made out of rubber. This is a spring steel one. That they both work well. I kind of like, I don't know which one's better. They both work.
Stops from falling off.
Yeah. Okay, again, back low here, so the patient has to be able to lean forward. Then you have them lean back. The instructions are to grab here and grab here, just like that. Okay, a lot of times what people may want to do is they want to grab like this. Not the proper grip. There you go. Thumb towards the shoulder. There you go. And the instructions are to the patient is to elbows in like you're hugging yourself and hold on tight. Lean back into the strap, and it's always important if you're going to use one of these that you do it to yourself and you lift yourself up so you get an appreciation for it.
It does not need to be locked?
No, as a matter of fact, they suggest not locking it unless you're using it for standing or walking.
Okay.
The wheelchair and this both should be free. That way they can move around a little bit. If you lock it, it's probably not the end of the world, but it works fine not to lock it, and that's what they recommend. I'm going to use this button here. There we start going up, and I'll demonstrate here. There's an up button here, and there's a toggle switch here. I really like this one.
Those are all the same, doing the same action?
Yep, there's 3 different switches, so if you're back here, you can do it with a toggle switch, a button, or...
What does that one do?
This one's the down side.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yep, okay. All right, here we go. Are you ready, Bob?
I'm ready.
Squeeze tight, elbows in, lean back. There you go. And I want you to help as much as you can. You're going to start to push with your legs to stand. And there's one thing that I did this on purpose, is make sure that this strap goes around their waist. It's not one of those things that does much holding, but it just kind of helps.
You do that before you lift them.
Yep, exactly. This is not the right way, but you can get away with it like I just did. There we go. Doesn't do holding though. All the main support is back here. All right, how you feeling, Bob? Good, good. Now we're going to go up all the way here. There. You feeling okay, Bob? And if you look, the legs are steady. If there's no pain, and you want to have the person stand up to get a stretch, Bob, can you stand all the way up? Good. Can you bring your weight forward if they're strong enough? Now look at right here. If you do not have that safety pin on it, this can come off, and then you've got a major safety concern. That's why it's important to check those and make sure you have those on, like on this side. Okay, why don't you go back, Bob? We're going to hold this tight there. When it's taut, you're not going to have a problem with it. Okay. Feeling good, Bob?
Feeling good.
Now, the nice thing about this is you've got someone in there you can easily, and usually a lot of times you'll do it with them down in lower position to get them from one chair, maybe from there. If I had a commode, we'll put the commode or the chair underneath. All right. Down we go.
Brad, can you speak to a little bit of who might be appropriate and who's not appropriate for this?
You
got to have some arm strength,
right,
I guess.
Right. Good point. Arm strength, grip strength is really important. Grab here, Bob. Grab here. This is my quick screening test. Squeeze tight. If they got a good grip, that's a good thing. Now I'm going to say, we have a tug of war. Pull. Pull hard. Pull. Pull. Okay, good. If they can do that, good grip, and they can pull, they're probably adequate for this, because that's the exact motion you do here. You grab and you pull in. The other thing is the legs. You need to have weight bearing as tolerated through both legs.
Right, and that's the issue that comes up quite often with people when we're seeing them. Someone comes back with a hip replacement, and they're only allowed to toe touch weight bear or a hip fracture.
Right.
And they really cannot use this device, can they?
No. There are exceptions, but in general I'm going to say no. Hip fracture, femur fracture, knee problem, because from here up, there's weight bearing going through there.
There's no way around it.
Right, exactly.
And that's the problem because quite often we have people but that's a whole different story.
Right, so arm strength, weight bearing is tolerated, and another big problem we've had in some places, and that's when you do need to strap. Can you zoom down here? I want you to pretend you got a knee contracture.
Okay.
You got to pull that up.
Okay.
If you don't put that, but first start out here.
Okay. Oh, yeah, then go up.
Yeah. I've had this happen a number of times, and the person...
I can't straighten my knee.
Yeah, or they're confused and they just want to pull that knee up, and they end up here, but they're not strong enough on this leg.
Right. So now I'm taking a lot of weight to this leg.
Yeah, so that's why we use a strap around there if the person has a tendency to contract that knee or pull that knee back. All right. You okay, Bob?
Yeah, so what could happen is that someone could start sliding down like this.
Yeah.
They didn't have strength to hold up. And
exactly. And we're going to do another video on when not to use it in the unsafe parts, when you need the Hoyer or the total assist lift. So we're going to get on with that. Hold on, Bob. We're going for a ride. One thing you do not want to do when they're in there is say, hey, Bob, whoa! I'm just kidding.
Kind of fun, actually.
Yeah, it really works well on a smooth floor. This is a carpet floor. It's a tight carpet. Yeah, it's a little harder, but a nice smooth floor. These are ideal.
One thing I would recommend is tell the person when you're lowering them. It's kind of, I can't see anything, and I'm relying on the fact, I know you wouldn't do it, but
I might, but you.
You might do it with me, but you make sure you assure the person that there's a chair behind them.
Yeah, so they have that, especially if they haven't used it before and they don't know you.
Right.
They may not have that built-in trust. Let me see, was there anything else I wanted to, and the other thing you can do with this is off the record, by the way. I don't think they recommend this, but I think it works good. You can do this.
You can dip.
Yeah, you can do dip.
Wow.
And this thing is rated for 450 pounds. There's no reason why it's not going to hold you so.
Like a dip doing a dip.
Hey! Well, like we say, Bob, we're not pretty, we're
pretty ugly. We're pretty old.
Yeah, and one thing we are not professional actors, but we are professional therapists.
Wow. New line. Good luck to you.